A group of marketers in the oil sector has urged Nigerians not to panic over fuel scarcity as there is enough product that will sustain the country. President of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Chinedu Okoronkwo, disclosed this on Wednesday, June 22, 2022, at a press conference in Abuja. He said the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation is capable of supplying adequate fuel products to marketers, hence they are collaborating with other partners to ensure availability for the interests of the citizens. Scarcity of fuel has brought severe and untold hardship to many, as people are left with no option but to abandon their lawful businesses due to hikes in the price of commodities or transportation in Nigeria. Though many have also benefited from the black market sales, which has become their major occupation in the country. Proud to this, these groups say they are making everything possible to address members and citizens' concern so as to meet the needs and aspirations of the people.
Clearance from the executive and the members of the association that we engage the services of a consultant that will help us. It's not saying you are owed 1 billion. Bring your papers now to our office. We will give it to the consultant. They will check with you as to know the actual thing. And we believe the downstream, who of course have taken the duties of Petroleum Equalization Fund, will help us with the consultant to really ascertain the actual money owed members. This we think will bring them back again into this business. Some of them cannot even go back and bring product again. Reason: lack of paucity of fund. Massive loading is ongoing in Lagos. It's a matter of days. All this thing will normalize with the help of our transporters, ADITOP. They have mobilized members of their group to ensure there is serious product everywhere. That I can tell you for free. So the idea of panicking should not be there. Product, people must access it at a price for which government have agreed. We know, I want to tell you that for us, we will abide if all things I mean, where we will get within the template of 148 naira 17 kobo, that this for marketers, that is to say, before we get to our various filling stations, we will sell at that 165 naira. That is an assurance we are now giving to you.
Also speaking, a financial expert consultant, Dr. Maurice Ibe, appealed to the agencies under the petroleum sector to release over 20 trillion naira trapped resources meant for the marketers in order to boost performance.
It's an appeal, but it is an urgent appeal. Members are getting very restive, and we, as consultants and the executives of these organizations, have done our very best to calm frayed nerves, but we're asking the government to please step up. It is imperative that these members' monies are released and paid. It is unconscionable for anybody to hold a businessman's money and expect him to perform at full capacity. It's very critical that these bridging claims and product differentials owed to the members of the Independent Petroleum Marketers and the Association of Distributors and Transporters be paid, and paid immediately and urgently. Members of these two organizations control literally about 20 trillion naira worth of assets in the downstream sector. Many of them have gone under because of the inability to access their funds that have been trapped since the defunct Petroleum Equalization Fund has gone out. Now the onus and responsibility falls upon the midstream downstream regulatory agency, and we are calling upon them to step up to their responsibilities. We are working with government. We want to make sure that the problem within distribution is sorted out, and sorted out very urgently.
At the event, President of the Association of Distributors and Transporters of Petroleum Products, Lawanda Zaki, noted that the marketers are at the receiving end as their investments are being tied down by the government, hence calling for the release of these funds to encourage them.
Many years, Nigerians are suffering with this fuel scarcity. And up to now, government is doing its best to make sure that it put a lot of money for the subsidy so that Nigerians will take this petrol or energy at subsidized rates. But unfortunately for us, there are a lot of problems in the industry. And we as a transporters, ADITOP, and the IPMAN as the owners of the filling station, we are the victim of all these problems that happen in the industry, because we are the people that invested our money, and anybody that makes his investment, he needs a returns. And the federal government is doing well. As at now we are talking, you witness a lot of some states have started having queue of petroleum in filling station. And the NNPC has done very well to import these petroleum products. The main problem is to transport that petrol down to the filling stations. And we are having some challenges, especially when getting our money back for the transportation. So as federal government is trying to change the industry, that's why the IPMAN and ADITOP, we find it we have to go with the new policy of government. That's make us to engage our powerful consultant who has experience that will help us and utilize the changes that government is introducing in this industry. The consultant is in the name of Benham Group, chaired by Dr. Morris Ibe. So we thank him very much as he is trying to help us to make sure that we go in line with government policy so that our people cannot be out of this business. This is the main aim and objective of having this. The NNPC has a lot of products, but before this act come of Petroleum Industrial Act, you people, you know, we have an agency that called Petroleum Product Pricing Regulatory Agency, who is responsible for pricing all petroleum products in Nigeria. And we have an organization that is Petroleum Equalization Funds. This Petroleum Equalization Fund is the one responsible for repayment of our transport claim, transport allowance. What I want Nigerians to understand is that this money that's paid to transporters, it doesn't come from government. It is the Nigerian masses that are contributing this money. The marketers, you buy petrol at filling station. Out of that 135 naira, 165 naira, in price template, there are certain amounts that is earmarked to take care of this petroleum transportation. But unfortunately, we independent marketers and the transporters, we are cash and carry marketers. We pay before we even took the product. But it takes us a long time before we get that money. Sometimes for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. So that's make a lot of our filling station to stop working. And we cannot allow that to every filling station to close. When filling station close, then we as a transporters, we must park our truck.
The group therefore applauds President Muhammadu Buhari's led administration for utilizing the 4 trillion naira subsidy as well as its relentless efforts to solve the energy problem brought about by the Ukraine and Russia crisis. Vincent Okushi, QTV News, Abuja.